What's up, Pistons fans? Hope you guys enjoyed your time off with your families. Hope everyone is getting back home safe. That did end up traveling to see family over this weekend. So we got snow right now in Michigan. It's supposed to be a little bit more, but I don't think it's nothing too bad for Michiganders. In the meantime, our Pistons got back on the winning side of things last night, and the previous night before, we came a free throw short. Uh, Great performance from Cade Cunningham that night, but a few fundamental things is what the Pistons needed to clean up in order to be successful in a game like that. Unfortunately, we won't be those tournament champions that a lot of people want to see, but a lot of things are on the up and up for the Pistons. Let's talk.
Out of bounds, Detroit basketball.
All right, Pistons fans. So listen, man, got back on the winning thing last night. Um, I wanted to come on last night and talk about it. It was pretty late. I know everybody this Sunday, especially for our Lions fans, we're not really watching much on TV since we had to see the embarrassment of the Lions on Thanksgiving and also the embarrassment of Michigan and Michigan State. So probably a lot more eyes to pay attention right now. My goodness. But the Detroit Pistons got back on the winning side of things last night. Just a really good performance as far as a team last night. We had some stretches where we put points up in bunches, but at the end there, we started to let loose a little bit, and we allowed them to creep their way back into the game. This is what I'm talking about with this team being on the younger side still, and why I want them to face competition that has their players available, because these are the hiccups that you have to perfect if you're going to be a team, if we're talking NBA Finals type of team, right? To get through the playoffs, you can't have these type of games where you letting leads slip. You letting teams push you further than you needed to, and you miss a free throw to lose a game. And not saying it was all on Cade, but the team as a general, put themselves in that position, letting off the gas. And that's one thing that we cannot keep doing. We can't keep letting off the gas like that. We got to, keep our foot on people's neck. And once we start to slow it down and go slow motion, that's where I always get caution. We need to keep pressing. And that's for all 48 minutes, man. We need to keep pressing. I don't care what the lead is. If the lead is big enough and you're comfortable enough to take starters out, fine. But whoever is on that floor needs to press. And they need to make sure that teams don't do what we seen last night. So, but really, really good game overall. Guys, a lot of energy guys out there. Ron Holland played his butt off yesterday. Definitely wanted to highlight that. Just being a problem out there. The and one baskets, just being a problem out there. But, like I said, for Duncan Robinson to go back to Miami and get a victory, I know that feels good for him. He is such a real, he's a real acquisition for the Pistons, man. Shooting the basketball is just his thing, and, man, he's been doing that well. You've seen a big moment at the end there from Dennis Jenkins again, where he went and he made that layup to help us get that lead so we can finish that game off with free throws, unlike the night previous. But, that, like I said, it's all important. It's all important. Every facet of the game is important. Making those free throws are very important. And, for guys like Jalen Duren, who's been very impressive at the line, you also have guys that need to improve. And Asar, Isaiah had a off night. Cade has been hit miss with his free throws, but guys got to get it together shooting at the free throw line, man. When you have your top tier players, they should automatically be in the 85 and up range. That's me personally. That's maybe it's a little old school, but that's just what it is. But perfecting free throws, what I'm saying, that's something that we need to work on, man, because a lot of opportunities out there. And if we make free throws, we were not in down to the wire moments like we were for these last two games. JB Bickerstaff, man, one thing that I do want to say about him as far as his lineups go, JB Bickerstaff, at times, he needs to understand that you got to put Isaiah Stewart in the game. You know, our first game, Orlando, um, the fourth quarter. There's no way that Isaiah Stewart is not coming off the bench. I don't care how many fouls he has. You're up under 5 minutes. He's going to have to use that foul, because to have them to constantly get offensive rebounds like that, that was kind of embarrassing, you know what I'm saying, for the Pistons. That was kind of embarrassing, man. We could not get a rebound. And, this is why people, like I say, people be laughing and chuckling when I say, man, I wish we would have acquired guys like Andre Drummond. Because one thing he's going to do is get rebounds. But not just saying per se him, a player like him. And, guys just got to go get the ball. That's just what it is. From any position out there in that situation, you got to go get the ball. This is the tournament we talking about. And we talking about we want to win these games. And, they mean something to us. And I didn't see that. I didn't see that at the end of that game. I didn't see the sense of urgency when it came to getting those rebounds. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that. But yeah, there's times where you just have to put Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren, because those rebound situations, Tobias Harris is a statue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I get it. He had a great game yesterday. I know y'all like to live in recent memory, but the game previous, in the fourth quarter where it mattered, he was a statue. And like I said, I don't blame him. He's an older player. He's an older veteran, man. We got to go and put the right personnel on the floor that's going to go get that for us. You know what I'm saying? So, Asar got to get a little bit better rebounding too. I appreciate what he do as far as his defense, but when it comes to rebounding, I would like to see him use a little bit more of that athleticism and become a better rebounder. I would like to see him become a Dennis Rodman type of player. Yeah, you have the defense of a Dennis Rodman type of guy, but the rebounding part is what's missing with Asar, and that's what I want to see come out of him a little bit more. Go and get them boards, man. Be that help that we need. When you're out there and it's Tobias out there with Jalen Duren, go help. Go help. Get those rebounds. You're big enough. You're athletic enough. Help your team out. And these are fundamental things, man, and that's what that game came down to. It sounds so cliche when coaches say it, but it's the truth. You got to do the fundamental things to win these basketball games. And if you don't, you see what happens. It's the NBA, National Basketball Association, man. So everybody can play. Everybody can play, man. And if you let a team hang around, they will get you. Period. We should know that. We should definitely know that. So, as far as Jaden Ivey goes, Jaden Ivey to me does not look 100% healthy. He does not. And I don't know if this is a mental thing with him or he's being cautious, or I just feel like at times he's still getting a little bit of soreness out of either that knee or that leg with his ankle, because I've seen him look down a few times. I've seen him pull his leg up early. I've seen him jump kind of funny where he's protecting a certain leg. A lot of it is a mental battle. And, like I said, it's going to take about that 15 to 20 game mark before we see the Jaden Ivey that we think we are going to see. We're not even 5 games in with him. So that's understandable and it makes perfect sense. You got guys falling, another guy fell right into his leg again. You know what I'm saying? Guy pushed him into the NBA stanchion. He was very careful with that because freak accidents, it's going to be in the back of your mind until you get through some good games and get some good reps. And you start to go and make those free throws and dunk some basketballs. And, it's just going to be there. And if you think it shouldn't be there, you're unrealistic as a person, man, because these players are human beings. And to have something that freakish and horrific to happen to you like that, it's just something that we're just going to have to see for right now. He's just going to have to get the mental aspect down. But I hope it's all mental and not something, hurting or sore or tweaked. Because, We've seen layup situations where he missed it, but usually those situations where we see him dunk. And that's going to come with time. So I don't want people to get down on Ivey, man, because let him have his grace. Let him have his grace. He got a little bit more minutes last game, but let him have his grace, man. He still makes some heady defensive plays out there. Just got to get the rhythm down, man. And that's not easy to do when you didn't have any time for training camp and the end of training camp. Because right before the season, he had to go down for the surgery. So you didn't have the preseason's fullness of the preseason. You didn't have as many practices as everybody else to get those kinks out. You know what I'm saying? So, let's give him grace. But yeah, with that said, man, the Pistons, like I said, we have an opportunity to continue to move forward and get more wins. We got Milwaukee that that's coming up in the schedule twice. That's going to be an interesting watch. I know they want to get back, but can the Pistons, go ahead and withstand that barrage? Because I know it's coming. And, who plays, who doesn't at this point, I don't know, but I don't care. The Pistons need to take care of business and win as many games as they can while we have the schedule the way that it is right now. So teams are obviously starting to get better and starting to improve and starting to get their wheels going. So it's not going to get easier anytime soon. It's going to get harder real fast. So take advantage of what you can right now. Get your chemistry, man, and go out there and play fundamental, sound Detroit basketball. And I think we'll be fine. With that said, leave it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about that game and that performance last night and how close it came. Also, if you wanted to comment on the previous game for the Cup too, let me know, man, because that was disappointing. I can't stand Orlando. That was really disappointing. I can't stand Bane. Oh my God. But yeah, leave it in the comment section. I'll catch you guys later.